Hi, it's Dr. Layla with you. We've been talking about communication styles, and I'd like to ask you now, are you one of those people who apologise if somebody stands on your foot? Now, Billy Connolly, the comedian, used to tell a story in his stand-up routine about the difference between the English and the Scots in their way of communicating to get what they want. And he described a scenario where somebody's sitting in a tube train, London Underground, it's very crowded, and someone gets on and they step on their foot so that it's crushing it. And what he said is that an English person will say to that person, excuse me, I'm very sorry to bother you, but would you mind awfully just moving your foot a little bit because you're squashing my foot. Sorry to trouble you. On the other hand, he said the Scots person would turn around, look at that person and say, "Oi, you, F off, get off my foot, you're standing on it." Now, how you feel about what you've just heard will probably say quite a bit about you and your personality and your communication style. You might identify with one of those people. You might think that that first person is being very polite and pleasant and well-mannered. On the other hand, you might think, what a total wimp, what a doormat. Why would you apologise for having someone stand on your foot? You might be one of those people that think that second person was being very straightforward and no nonsense. He just wanted to get the person off their foot. Whereas you might think, how rude, how aggressive. Now, of course, there are other ways of handling it. Somebody else might be very sarcastic and say, "Oh, don't mind me, dear, just go ahead and crush my foot." Or they might even not address the person directly at all. They might turn to the passenger next to them and say in a loud stage whisper. Some people don't even notice that they're standing on someone else's foot. Can you imagine being so selfish? Now, you might have a different response to that. If you're being sarcastic or you're getting someone else involved or you're not speaking directly to someone, that's called indirect, manipulative, or sometimes we refer to that as passive aggressive. So assertiveness is a different way of relating. It's the art of direct, honest and clear communication where you believe that your rights and needs should be respected, but you also respect the rights and needs of other people. So why would an assertive person deal with that situation? They might say something like, "Excuse me," both to be polite and to get the other person's attention, and then just say straightforwardly something like, "Please move your foot, you're standing on my foot. Thanks a lot." And unless the other person was really spoiling for a fight and they were reasonable, they'd probably just say immediately, "Oh, sorry, I didn't realise." They'd move their foot. You might even exchange a smile or have a little laugh over it. So, can you think of any other ways to communicate in that situation, how you might handle it differently? You might want to ask your friends, how do they perceive you, as aggressive or passive or indirect, or are you an assertive person? So have a think about that until I talk to you again, and thanks for listening. Bye for now.